You ever have that feeling that what you're doing is just a drop in the ocean? Well, today we're going to talk about a really powerful idea that pushes back on that feeling. It's this simple truth. Every small effort really, truly matters.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You're looking at a problem that's just huge. It's totally overwhelming, and you feel like there's no way to solve it. And that leads to the big question, doesn't it? Can one tiny action from just one person actually make a difference?
So, to really dig into this, I want to tell you a classic story. And it starts, like so many big challenges do, with something that just seems completely impossible. Okay, so picture this. You're on a huge, empty beach right at dawn. The sun's just starting to come up, and it's casting this soft, pale light all over the sand. But then, as your eyes adjust to the light, you realize something's wrong. The beach isn't empty. Not at all. It's covered. Just absolutely covered, as far as you can see, with thousands of starfish. They'd been washed ashore, and now that the sun's coming up, they're slowly dying. The scale of it all is just staggering. It's totally hopeless. It's heartbreaking. Looking at that, you have to wonder, where would you even begin? How could anyone possibly fix this? But, even in a moment that feels that desperate, you can find a little act of hope. And that is exactly what we see next. So, into this scene of just total loss, a single person shows up. It's a young boy, and he's just walking along the edge of the water. And what he's doing is so simple. He's not running around, he's not panicked, he's just calm, methodical. He bends down, picks up one starfish, and just tosses it back into the waves. Then he takes a few steps and does the exact same thing again, over and over, one by one. Well, after a little while, he's not alone anymore. An older man who's been watching him this whole time starts walking over. And you can just feel the cynicism, right? He's about to challenge this kid's effort, which, let's be honest, looks pretty pointless. And this really gets to the heart of the conflict, doesn't it? You have these two totally different ways of looking at the same thing. On one hand, you've got the man. He sees the big picture, all those thousands of starfish that are doomed. For him, it's a massive failure. But then you have the boy. He's not looking at the thousands. He's focused on the one he can save right now. For him, it's about a single, small success. Okay, so this clash in perspective leads us right to the key moment in the story. We're calling it the starfish response. So the man, he finally just comes out and asks the question that honestly, most of us are probably thinking. He says something like, "Kid, why are you even bothering? Look around. There are thousands of them. You can't possibly make a difference to all of them." And the boy, he doesn't even argue. He doesn't try to explain himself. He just bends down again, picks up another starfish, and throws it back into the water. And then he looks at the man and says the one line that changes everything. Just 6 simple words. It mattered to that one. Wow. Okay, so what's the big lesson here for us, right? How do we take this story and apply it? Well, it's really all about recognizing that we have the power to leave our own positive mark on the world, even if it feels small. Yeah, let's call it leaving a positive mark. It's this concept that every one of us has a kind of responsibility to leave the world just a tiny bit better than we found it. And the key is, you don't do it by solving every problem in one go. You do it with these small, individual actions that actually have a real tangible effect. All right, so let's break down the lesson here because it's a huge mental shift. First, and this is the big one, you've got to focus on what you can do, not on what you can't. It's about swapping that feeling of being paralyzed for taking action. And what's wild is, our brains are literally built for this. There's this thing called the identifiable victim effect. It basically means we are way more motivated to help one person we can see, one tangible case, than some big, overwhelming statistic. The boy in the story, he just got that, instinctively. Okay, second point, you have to truly believe that every single effort has its own value. Saving one starfish is a success, period. It doesn't matter that you didn't save all of them. And that leads to the final point. The goal itself changes. It's not about, I'm going to solve world hunger today. No, the goal is just to make your positive mark in whatever way you can, one starfish at a time. So I want to leave you with this question, because in your life, at your job, in your neighborhood, the starfish are everywhere. There are these little opportunities for small, meaningful actions. They're all around you. So the only real question left is,
What starfish are you going to throw back today?